The truth is, not everyone is going to love you. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everyone's going to appreciate you. But you have got to love you first. Period. If you don't love you, how can anybody else love you? You've got to look in the mirror, let it tell you the truth about you, and accept that truth. Then you can move forward. And that is the truth.
Hey, what's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode, another installment, another whatever you want to call it, of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. It's Sunday, baby. Yeah, it's Sunday. Yeah, my dance moves. What's happening? Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's doing wonderful. Glad to see y'all out there in the world. Glad to see you right here with me. That's what I'm glad to see, because you could be anywhere, but you're here. And I thank you for being here. Let's look into the magic mirror and see who we see. I see, hey, Mr. Net, how you doing, Mr. Net? Yeah. Hey, baby sis, see you out there. Yeah, let's get this motivated word. That's right. Hey, baby girl, Pumpkin Princess is watching tonight. Oh, man, we got a few folks checking us out tonight, and I appreciate that. Hey, man, don't forget to hit like, love, share the message tonight, please, and thank you. I greatly appreciate that. We greatly appreciate that. So, Mr. Brian, thank you for stopping in, popping in, saying hi. Appreciate that. Yes, I do. But yeah, make sure you hit them likes and them loves. Let us know that you're here. We are broadcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I guess I owe a few apologies for last week. Yeah. Wasn't here last week. Sorry. Apologize. We didn't get back in time from playing nice with the future in-laws. So, yeah, we went over there for dinner, and it was really good dinner. I mean, the man can barbecue. Mine barbecues ass off. It was good. So, but we got caught in a storm, and it was a pretty good storm. So we couldn't make it back in time. So I had to cancel out on y'all. But I appreciate y'all being here this weekend. Y'all see my little message down at the bottom. I'm looking for a bag of old $20 bills. I don't know where I misplaced it at. I think I'm gonna have to check at the bank and see if they got it. So there is that. And then went out to eat this evening before the show. Man, I had to put it up as a post on my Facebook page. You ever got food so fast that you wonder if it's done? I mean, it was just too fast. It was beyond Jimmy John's fast. It was like stupid fast. So yeah. Gotta send a shout out or ask you guys to keep a friend of mine that passed away in their prayers. Friend of mine, fellow comedian. We call her CC Love Child. God bless her. She's no longer with us. I just found out yesterday. Well, yeah, day before yesterday, I got a text message. So, heart goes out to CC Love Child and her family on their loss, because she was really, really a great and sweet person, very sweet person. And then, of course, you heard me talk about Typhoon Panda. I don't know if I talked about it but last weekend I actually performed a wedding ceremony. Charlotte was there, so we got to see Charlotte and Dave and Melinda and everybody. And still waiting for some pictures to come out so I can show y'all, get a proof, get a picture as proof that I actually united a couple in holy matrimony. And again, I'm doing it again here in about 2 more weeks. Get to do it again. So there's that. Hey, Miss Coley, good to see you. Hey, Miss Charlotte, always great to see you as well. Coley, just for you to know, because I always got to make sure I tell you, the name of the show tonight is No One Can Make You Happy. That's your job. So that's the name of the show tonight. No one can make you happy. That's your job. And I see y'all lurking out there in the omniverse. Make sure you hit like a love. Let me know that you've been here, and maybe even share the message if you feel so inclined. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. So let's talk about it. My message came from actually last week. Uh, One of the bride's grooms said to the to the new husband, he said, "Yeah, you finally got somebody to make you happy." Or I think he may have been talking to the wife and saying, "Yeah, I hope he makes you happy." And I thought to myself, you know what? I said it out loud because my filter is disappearing. I maybe I shouldn't have, but I said it. I said he can't make her happy. I said it out loud. I said no one can make her happy. She's got to be happy with herself first. She got to find that happiness within her first. So, and the guy looked at me like I had a horn coming out of my forehead. He goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "No, bro. That's not how marriage works. That's not how relationships work. That's not how none of this works. In order for you to be happy in your life, yeah, you can't rely on somebody else to make you happy. You slow and your wife dresses you funny. Or you slow and your girlfriend dresses you funny. And I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but nobody can make you happy. I don't care how much money they got. I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how great the relationship is. If you are sad inside, if you are broken and not willing to allow yourself to heal from whatever broke you, whether it was yesterday or 50 years ago, no man, no woman, no pet, no animal, no plant, no amount of money is going to make you happy. It just doesn't work that way. And some of us that spent a few years, and there's a couple of people on the show that's been here a little bit longer than I have, can tell you that nobody can make you happy. Your happiness is yours. That is for you to figure out. If your happiness is tied to somebody else's happiness, that is called, sorry to tell you, it's called codependency. But yeah, nobody else can make you happy. That's on you. So we all spend a lot of time chasing stuff, thinking it's going to make us happy and it's going to make us happy forever. That, the dream job, the perfect partner, the shiny new phone, maybe a new car, maybe a new house. This is going to make me happy. Nope. Those those are just shortcuts to the real happiness. Well, actually, they're not. They're not even shortcuts to real happiness. They're just momentary happiness. There are no shortcuts to happiness. The real truth is happiness has to come from within you. You got to find it in here. It's got to be here first. It's like your own personal garden. It's like your own personal jigsaw puzzle. You got to put it together yourself, or you got to grow it yourself like your own personal garden. It's yours. Your happiness is yours and it's within you. But you have to decide how happy you want to be with you. Can't nobody love you if you don't love yourself. Can't nobody stand you if you can't stand yourself. And definitely can't nobody play in your garden if your garden is full of weeds. And if it's full of weeds from your past, then those weeds are choking out your happiness. They are keeping you from blooming. So sure, don't get me wrong, good friends, a great job, and feeling secure are awesome. Y'all know I love my day job. I love what I do. I honestly do. But it doesn't make me happy. It accentuates my happiness. My friends, I love y'all. Y'all don't make me happy. Y'all accentuate, accent my happiness. My family, I love my family. Kill a dead tree for my family. But they can't make me happy. I've got to be happy first. Yeah. So all those wonderful things, a good job, good friends, feeling of security, they're all awesome. But they're more like sunshine and fertilizer and good dirt. They help the happiness seeds you already have to grow. Because see, those seeds of happiness are already in you. Without those seeds, no matter how much sunshine you get, nothing's going to grow. Nothing's going to bloom. You're going to grow weeds. Yeah, I said it. You're going to grow weeds because you got to nurture and support and feed the good seeds to get the good stuff. You got to feed the happiness to get happiness. So here's the trap. Relying on other people or things for happiness is a recipe for disappointment. It is. You're setting yourself up for failure. Because one thing that is inevitable is change. Change happens. I don't care who you are, what you are, where you are. Change happens. It's going to happen. It happens every day. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So if you are relying on other people or things for your happiness, guess what? You've already set yourself up for failure. Just being honest. Jobs change, relationships shift. Material things just lose its shine after a while. If you pin your happiness on those things, you're going to feel lost when they're gone because everything changes. Tying your happiness to someone else or something fancy, it feels great. It feels wonderful. Ooh, I got a new car. I feel wonderful. Yeah, I get that. But after a while, it fades. If you tie your happiness to a person, after a while, they move on and they leave you high and dry. Hey, just got a shout out my brother. Assalamu alaikum, brother Lakeem. Hey, Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Thank you, one of my SDO family members. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, tying your happiness to someone else or something, it does feel great. But then that person wakes up and moves on. I've been there. Or they leave you high and dry. Then what do you do? But here's the great news. Taking charge of your own happiness is an incredible feeling. It is freeing. It just allows you to just grow in such a wonderful way. You blossom, you shine, you open up and you let the sunshine and the rain come onto you and allow you to grow when you take control of your own happiness. Can't nobody do it for you. They can't. So what does it mean? What do you have to do? It means focusing on what makes you tick, what makes you smile, what makes you feel good about you, what makes you happy with you. That's what it comes to. Not what everyone else thinks or what everybody else feels. What do you think? What do you feel? What do you want? What do you need for your happiness that is not a material object? Or a person, or a dog, or a cat, or a new fishing pole. What do you need to make you happy here, right here, in your heart? You got to ask yourself, what will make you happy? And then you got to be able to sit there in it. You got to be able to sit there in it and wait for that answer. And not go, I would be happy if I won the lottery. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. There's a lot of rich people that are miserable. Yeah. You got to ask yourself, what will make you happy? What gets your creative juices flowing? Does reading a book transport you to another world, another place, takes you out of whatever you're in right now? Then if that's your thing, you need to dive back into those books, those neglected books that you got on that shelf over there. Or find a book club to geek out with. Read Gone with the Wind. I don't care. Read War and Peace. Go back and read What Love Got to Do with It. Whatever it is, read if that's what makes you happy. If it's music, then get back into your music. Hey, Miss Marion, good to see you. Glad you made it. Sorry, I already apologized for last week. But if music's your thing, immerse yourself in music, man. Pull out your old Walkman and rock out if you don't know how to use your phone as a music player. Dust off those old vinyls, those old CDs. Go learn. Go get into some new music. Maybe nature is your thing. I know I love it. For those of y'all that don't know, Longhorn actually, me and Miss Nanette have gardens. I got flower gardens. Yeah. If y'all want to, I'll send you some pictures of them. I'll take some pictures and post them up. But yeah, I got flowers, and a matter of fact, this year I'm growing elephant ears for the first time. I'm infatuated with hostas. I love hostas, and they make me happy to watch them grow. Matter of fact, we went to the hosta farm. Yeah, we went to the hosta farm, and I bought 4 different varieties. I bought one called Big Boy. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off into. You see how I light up when I start talking about these things that make me happy? I love plants. We got vegetable gardens going. We got onions and okra and corn, tomatoes, some bell peppers, some just regular peppers, watermelon, squash. So far, onion. Don't forget the onion and the strawberry. So that it makes me happy. Planting them and watching them grow, it does. You got to ask yourself, what makes you happy? Over the weekend, I bought my grandson and soon-to-be grandson fishing poles and tackle. Boy, just seeing them happy made me happy. To be able to give something to them, to pass something on, because they've been fishing with me, but they got their own stuff now. Being able to give that love, because they can't, just giving that love and then seeing them happy, and me being able to enjoy their happiness. Now, I didn't make them happy. I gave them something to accentuate something that they already were happy about. And in return, I got something that was intangible. And as you see, like I said, yeah, I light up about it because it made me feel good. I took Longhorn fishing this week. He asked if he can go. Come on, boy. We got rained out, but we went. It makes me happy. Those hostas make me happy. Planting stuff makes me happy. I did some yard work on the side of the house today. Made me happy because I put in the work, and then to see the finished product made me happy. So maybe nature is your happy place. Maybe getting out, going fishing is your happy place. Maybe getting out and taking I know I talk about this all the time, but maybe explore some trails you've been meaning to try, or volunteer at a park and give back while you soak up some sunshine. Maybe that'll make you happy. When you chase the things that light you up, you build a sense of purpose and fulfillment that nothing else can control. Can't nobody take that feeling from you. They can't. To watch a kid reel a fish in on the bank. I caught a fish. I don't care if it's this big. To see this on their face and the joy, And you just can't do nothing else with it. But it just makes your heart swell. Hey, Annette, good to see you. Um, Thank you. She says my garden is beautiful. Thank you very much. Brother Lakeem says, believe it or not the happiest I've ever been. Believe it or not the happiest I've ever been in my life was when I had very little. I don't have much now, but I have more than a lot of people, and I'm grateful for that struggle. The struggle is what made you who you are. Yes, the struggle is what makes you who you are. It made you appreciate and understand the things that you have. I don't have a lot. I got more than some, but that struggle, oh man, the struggle is there's nothing that compares to the struggle. It's horrible when you're going through it. But man, when you get to the other side of it, you look back at you turn into a superhero. I did that. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. But I'm sorry, I'm being silly, but yeah, it's real. I'm sorry, Miss Charlotte. Baby sis says, "What is a hosta?" I have to send you a picture of, or you can Google it. I went to a hosta farm and they had over 100 varieties of them. I was just like, blah. They were beautiful. Miss Charlotte said, "It makes me happy when you tell me you have given away a whole bunch of lap blankets to veterans." That makes me happy too, Charlotte. It really does make me happy. It makes me smile. It does. It just does something in here because I'm giving something to somebody that they could never give back to me. Again, no one can make you happy. That's your job. But in order for you to even receive that happiness, you got to be happy with you first. Now, I noticed a whole bunch of people watching. Hit them likes, loves, and share the message. But at least hit like or love and share the message. I don't care if you put up a frowny face, but hit like or love and share the message. Yep, Miss Nanette, we got a variety called Big Daddy. I got a Big Daddy. I got a Blue Angel. Miss Coley says, don't say that out loud because the government wants to take note of control people who grow their own unchemicalized food. And you're right. I do. I said it. Yes, I said it. We growing non-GMO food. I mean, it's organic, and I don't add nothing to the dirt but sweat and tears. Hey, Miss Cheryl, thanks for stopping by. Good evening to you and everybody. Baby sis says people don't realize the benefits of that good old vitamin D from the sun. Does wonders for the body, mind, and soul. And you know what? I told a woman the other day. I said, you know what? You probably need some. You probably need some vitamin D. And she looked at me like, "What you trying to say, sir?" I'm like, look, lady, it's not that kind of party. You may just need to step out and get some sun. You look a little pale, but thank you for making part of your group. Makes me happy. Well, if you are part of our family. You are my sister in arms, Annette. You are a soldier, and you are part of this family, and we appreciate you. Brother James, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Always good to see you. So, when you chase that thing that lights you up, man, when you chase that thing that lights you up, you build a sense of purpose and fulfillment that nothing else can control. Nobody can take that from you. They can't. Because can't nobody take something from you they can't put their hands on. Write that down. Can't nobody take nothing from you that they can't put their hands on. They can't put their hands on your joy. They can't put their hands on your happiness. They can't put their hands on your love for whatever it is that makes you happy. That is not a material thing or another person, an animal, or whatever. This happiness garden isn't always easy to maintain. There will be negative thoughts trying to drag you down like pesky weeds. You gotta keep pulling. You gotta keep out there hoeing them up, digging them up, putting chemicals on them. You got to get those bad, negative thoughts away from you as fast as possible. I have to do it on a daily basis. I have to tell myself, stop thinking that negative stuff. Get it out of here. It's like this storm behind me. I need it to blow over. I need it to go away. And the truth of the matter is, if you ignore the storm, it will pass. Whether you pay attention to it or not, it will pass. You might also have limited beliefs holding you back. You may have built your own little fences in your mind that keeps you from trying new things, going new places, meeting new people, experiencing new things. Your own fences. And a lot of times that's called fear. And typically fear is something that we install ourselves. We don't have to call Home Depot to install it. No, we install it ourselves. And sometimes some of those fears come from things that's happened to us many years ago. Sometimes we're afraid of setbacks, failure. Setbacks and failures are inevitable. There's nothing you can do but learn from it. Get up and keep it moving, because that's life. But trust me. I ask you, just trust me. The rewards are amazing. When you're the captain of your own happiness, yes, the captain of your own happiness, you can handle whatever life throws your way. You're going to get knocked down, but you can get back up. Man, I've been blindsided so many times. It's amazing. I can see out of this eye. But it's not how big the fall was, it's how you get up from the fall that builds you bigger and better. When you're the captain of your own happiness, you can handle whatever life throws your way. Imagine yourself navigating the storm in a ship, and the ship's not getting tossed around. Why is it not getting tossed around? Because you get to use, since you got these various experiences through life, you know how to navigate the waves and use the wind to your advantage. You know how to avoid that big wave that's coming at you over there and go this way. You know how to steer your own course towards your own happiness. I remember there was a preacher in Topeka, Kansas. He used to say to me, I said, man, how you doing, Reverend Curtin Doll? He said, boy, I am struggling with joy. And I didn't understand what that meant, struggling with joy. Until one day I sat down, and it was after my accident. I got hit by a F-350 flatbed truck and left on the side of the road for dead. And it wasn't until I was going through that recovery that I understood what struggling with joy meant. Because once I dug inside of myself and realized what made me happy, I couldn't do nothing but cry. And they weren't tears, they were tears of joy. Because I understood where my happiness came from. I was alive. I was waking up. I was healing. My children, my daughter was 3 at the time, 2, 3, somewhere in there. And I had a son on the way, and I was happy. I was married. I had a wife, and I had a daughter who was a daddy's girl, still is a daddy's girl. And I had a son on the way, and I was moving forward from a place of where I should have died. I should have died on that highway, on the side of Highway 70, eastbound, Topeka, Kansas, at the California exit. I'll never forget it, and I think about it every time I ride past that exit. And I woke up in the hospital room. That's a show for that's a topic for another show. But that's where first time I realized what struggling with joy meant. Baby sis says, you add sweat, tears, and love in that garden, bro. Yeah, you're right. Most people need D3 deficient. This is true. Oh, baby sis said, you and big sis. Well, thank you, baby. We love you more than you know. At some point, though, some of us just get sick and freaking tired of having to get back up. Yeah, Cody, you're right. But I understand that getting sick and tired. My mom used to say, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you will be sick and tired. I've been knocked down so many times. I've been knocked down by people who I just knew had my back. I remember this supervisor. I told him I had a situation, and he looked at me and said, "I'm sorry to hear that, but I got a business to run." It wasn't a how can I help? What can I do? It was just I got a business to run, and I felt defeated. But I didn't let it steal my joy. I didn't let it steal my happiness. I just understood who I was working with. So being happy doesn't mean shutting everyone out. It doesn't. Sharing your sunshine with others is a great way to keep you going, keep you glowing, keep you shining. Share your sunshine. I don't care what your situation is. You've got some sunshine. You got some happiness in here. Share it. Let it flow. I remember I had a supervisor when I was with Firestone he asked me one day, he goes, why you always got something nice to say to every customer that comes in here? I said, what am I supposed to say to him? Am I supposed to be mean? He goes, well, why are you so nice to everybody? I said, because, man, you just don't know that little bit of love, that little sunshine that I gave them, that little bit of happiness that I have in me that I share with them may have kickstarted their happiness. Maybe. And he just looked at me and said, yeah, you's a fool. And needless to say, I don't work with him anymore either. But being happy doesn't mean shutting everybody out. Sharing your sunshine with others is a great way to keep going, keep growing, keep glowing. But the key is to have a strong foundation. That deep sense of contentment comes from you. It comes from within. You got to be content with you. From that place, you can build real connections. Find work that excites you, that makes you happy, and truly appreciate all the good stuff in your life with the people who make it even better. There are people go, man, my situation is bad. But I bet you're not too far from somebody that has a situation that's worse. Somebody may ride down the car in a junk car. I mean, well, they may feel like, oh man, my car is junk. It's garbage. You know, but as you ride down the street, you look over to the right and you see somebody standing there on the bus that wish they had your little raggedy car. You got to find happiness with what you got. You got to find that happiness there and appreciate it and understand it and knows what it is. If you're not happy, you got to figure out what it is what will make you happy. Annette says, I have 13 months as of June 1st. Yahoo military retirement start garbage can. I don't know what that means, Annette. First, Yahoo military retirement start garbage can. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Help a brother out. So remember this, y'all. Happiness is a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. It has twists and turns along the way. There will be bumps in the road. I'm not going to lie to you. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be mountains. There's going to be hills in the dark. There's going to be snowstorms. But there's going to be sunshine and warmth and love along your journey. But by taking charge of your own happiness, you're giving yourself the tools to handle whatever comes your way, whatever gets in your path, whatever it is that you got to wrestle with and deal with to get to your joy, to get to your happiness. You got the tools already in you. No one, and I say it looking you dead, and let me take off my glasses. No one can make you happy. It's not their job. Period. It's not. That's your job. And honestly, it's the most rewarding job you'll ever have when it comes to dealing with yourself. When it comes to you taking care of you. So get out there, tend to your garden. Take care of yourself. Remember, the toughest seeds often grow the most beautiful flowers. And you are a beautiful flower that just needs some time to figure out what it is they need to grow, to be happy. As hard as it may be, I'm going to say it anyway. It's really hard to put behind us whatever has happened to us in our past. But that's just it. The past is just that. You can't unring that bell. You can move on to the next bell. You can't change your past, but you can change your now. You got to let go and move forward if you really want to be happy. That's real talk. So Annette says the ugly part of life lives. The ugly part I live with. Oh, got it. Okay. Now I got it. But Annette, if that makes you happy, then I'm happy for you. We are happy for you. If that's the change that you need in your life to help you get to your happiness, then so be it. Move towards that. So that's the message for tonight, y'all. Before we end the show, I do want to send a special shout out. Oh, I won't say, I won't even call it a shout out. I'll say send out my condolences to the family and friends of Sean Butler and our family that we get together on Sundays. It's a group called Service Drive Live, and it's fixed ops people from around the world that get together and talk about fixed operations in the automobile business. And we get up and it's 7:00 for me. Some people are in California, or we have guys that call in from Australia. But Sean Butler was a friend to us, and he was a great guy who shared a lot of wisdom and knowledge and had love for anybody and everybody that he met. And God bless his soul. He lost his, he I won't say he lost, he ended his battle with cancer and moved on to another plane. I wrote an article today and put it on LinkedIn just because that's what I was thinking about this morning. But to the SDL family, he will be missed. To his family and friends, he was a great guy. We really lost a great guy. So, guys, that's the message for tonight. Unless y'all got something else for me, you want to pop into the chat. I'm going to say what I always say. Sorry I missed y'all last week. I will apologize for that. Got a show coming up next Saturday. I'll be in Danville, Illinois, or is it Indiana? Danville, I don't know. It's one of them. Check my Facebook page. But let's go. I got to show off a little something real quick. I wrote my hat tonight. This is Together with Veterans. It's one of the organizations that I'm a part of, and really, really proud of that organization. And then check that out. Ain't that pretty cool? So, daughter Amy, I call her Spaby. She brought this back for me from the Dominican Republic while she was on vacation, and I just got it yesterday. So I'm putting that back on my desk right there where it goes. I got my little collection of my daughter's gifts that they give me. I put them right here on my desk so I can see right in front of me. So, I did not know, Annette, that today was Cancer Survivor Day. I did not know that. Charlotte, thank you for the words. Appreciate it. But guys, again, you have control over your happiness. You get to decide, like this storm, how long it stays. So God loves you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of them kids. Give them a hug from me. Respect our vets. I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis, and this has been another episode of Messages in the Madness. Until next Sunday, be good to yourself. We'll see you next Sunday. God bless y'all. $2.